Hello, everyone. It's Mike, your autistic therapist, and today I'm gonna make a short video on, let's say, at least 5 reasons why autistic people can make great therapists. This will be a two-part video. I'm gonna have the other one uploaded hopefully later this week. So if you're someone who's considering a career in mental health, being a therapist of any kind, whether you're a licensed mental health counselor, licensed clinical social worker like myself, or going into psychiatry, this could be a helpful video for you. So let's begin. Uh, so, first of all, as an autistic man, I think in patterns and pictures. So, picturing what an ideal setting for a therapy session comes naturally to me. I can step outside of myself and think about what I would want if I were on the other end, being the patient, the client. And now, in the recent past, I've fallen into the trap of assuming that what I prefer is universal, but it's not. Everyone's different, but most people benefit from a warm, inviting, yet cozy environment that's not too cluttered, but also not too barren or minimalist either. So, these are just examples of some of the nuances of life that might not always come naturally for us autistic folks, but that doesn't mean this concept cannot be mastered by us. So, research-based practice. This is big for anyone who's a mental health professional. I always practice, or I only practice treatment modalities that I'm qualified to use. However, there's always more that I can learn and want to learn, and there are examples of how others may implement some of these practices or tailor them to new developments in clinical research, which there usually are. So, for example, I'm trying to learn better treatment techniques for working with trauma, because as a clinician, I do a lot of work with trauma and people experiencing trauma disorders. So, effective therapists have an advanced set of people skills. So these are listening skills, social communication skills, ability to regulate and express emotions, warmth and acceptance, empathy, and focus on the other. So, I've been told before when doing clinical assessments and intakes for people in a hospital setting, a brief treatment hospital setting, that I have a flat affect. Not a flat affect in the sense that I'm basically just staring motionless, but in the sense that people can tell me sometimes some very heavy things, some very deep personal things that they might feel would warrant judgment on the other person. And I'm able to, hear them and have a face that conveys, like, I heard what you said, continue, no matter how big it may seem. So I think a lot of us, can be privy to having this advantage in a lot of ways. We, we still have warmth and acceptance, plenty of it. I always try to think what I would want people to react, how I would want other people to react to me. And I think that a lot of us autistic folks are able to really think outside the lines like that. We are also strong systemizers. So we have an excellent ability to predict and analyze how people in general may react to a social situation. We also, can expect the unexpected as well. Many of us have higher than average empathy. I know that hasn't always been the rhetoric over the years, but we do. And we may not express it as outwardly as our neurotypical counterparts, which honestly is great for therapy, because kind of like what I was going back to before about my flat affect, We're expressing our understanding and our respect for the client and what they are feeling or going through without reacting overly emotionally or experiencing too much countertransference in that regard. I think that being an autistic person allows me to think logically, and in the sense that people who I work with could be experiencing some really heavy things, they might say certain things that could be harmful, hurtful, um, even offensive in some regards. But they're coming to me where they're at, meaning that's the term that we use a lot in therapy world, which is when people come into your office, you're meeting them where they're at, whether they're whether they're pissed off, whether they're really elated or anxious, whatever. So, you know, I just kind of go with it and not take it personally. And I think that, you know, again, being an autistic professional allows me to be, objective, neutral, black and white, whatever. I don't take things personally, you know. Um, and again, we are maintaining composure and not emotionally expressing what we are hearing and seeing too much, in the sense, too much to potentially create a sense that, we're judging the patient or client. So that's all I have for today, but I will continue with this video for why autistic people can make great therapists. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again soon. And as always, feel free to like the video and subscribe. Helps me out a lot. And I hope to leave any questions too that you might have for me. I am more than happy to answer any questions, and I will get back to you. So thank you.